The world teetered. On one side, hope, on the other, oblivion. A charismatic leader had risen, promising peace and unity. The nations, weary of strife, embraced his treaty. 7 years of tranquility were promised. 7 years to heal old wounds. Or so they thought. But a darkness lurked beneath the surface. A palpable tension crackled in the air. Whispers of ancient prophecies spread like wildfire through hushed congregations. The faithful clung to their scriptures, their hearts trembling with a mixture of anticipation and dread. The rapture, the coming of their Lord, the end of the world as they knew it. For years, they had awaited this moment. The moment when the trumpet would sound and the righteous would be swept up to meet their Savior in the clouds. The moment when the world would be plunged into darkness. The moment when the true battle between good and evil would begin. It happened in an instant. One moment, life bustled with its usual chaotic symphony. The next, a silence so profound descended that it seemed to suck the air from lungs. Across the globe, millions vanished without a trace. Cars careened driverless into buildings and each other. Planes plummeted from the sky, their pilots gone. Chaos erupted, utter panicked pandemonium. The world had never known such fear. Those left behind stared at empty spaces where loved ones had stood moments before. Parents searched frantically for children, spouses for their beloved, but their cries were met with an echoing silence. The faithful were gone, and the world would never be the same. From the ashes of chaos rose a figure more terrifying than any nightmare. The charismatic leader, his promises of peace revealed as a venomous lie. He was the beast the Antichrist prophesied in ancient texts. He promised order amidst the chaos, solace in the face of fear, and the masses, desperate for any semblance of normalcy, flocked to him. They worshipped him as a savior, blind to the malevolence that lurked beneath his charming facade. He established a new world order, a world united under his iron fist. Dissent was crushed, free will eradicated. His power grew with each passing day, fueled by the darkness that had enveloped the earth. The first trumpet sounded. A terrifying tremor rippled across the earth. The sky, once a brilliant blue, turned a sickly green, then a bruised purple. Flaming hailstones rained down, each impact a searing kiss of death. Fields burned, forests were consumed, cities crumbled under the relentless onslaught. The air grew thick with the stench of sulfur and the screams of the damned. This was only the beginning, the first taste of God's wrath, a stark reminder that humanity was now trapped in a cosmic battleground. The forces of heaven and hell were unleashed, and the earth would be their battleground. Section 5. The second trumpet, blood in the seas. The second trumpet echoed across the ravaged landscape. The seas, once teeming with life, turned a gruesome, bloody red. A monstrous creature, a leviathan of unimaginable size, rose from the depths, its roar shaking the very foundations of the world. It devoured everything in its path, leaving a trail of carnage in its wake. Ships, once symbols of human ingenuity, were reduced to splinters. Coastal cities were swallowed whole, their inhabitants dragged screaming into the abyss. The stench of death, a putrid miasma, hung heavy in the air. The world watched in horror, helpless against the relentless fury of nature unleashed. Hope, once a flickering candle, threatened to be extinguished entirely. Section 6. The third trumpet, poisoned waters. The third trumpet shattered the silence. A great star, burning like a torch, plummeted from the heavens, crashing into the rivers and lakes. The waters turned bitter, foul, undrinkable. Those who dared quench their thirst with the poisoned liquid writhed in agony, their bodies racked with unimaginable pain. Death came as a merciful release. The very lifeblood of the planet was now a curse. The air grew thick with the moans of the dying. The earth itself seemed to weep, mourning the loss of its innocence. Section 7. The Mark of the Beast. The beast, reveling in the chaos he had unleashed, offered a twisted salvation. His mark, a symbol of his absolute power, promised protection from the plagues. Those who accepted it were granted a reprieve from the horrors, but at a terrible price. They surrendered their souls, becoming slaves to his will. They turned on their fellow humans, their hearts hardened by fear and desperation. The world was now sharply divided. Those who bore the mark, living in a perverse mockery of peace under the beast's tyranny, and those who refused, clinging to their faith, hunted like animals, their numbers dwindling with each passing day. Section 8, a kingdom forged in fire, but even in the darkest depths of despair, hope flickered. The faithful, scattered and hunted, found strength in their shared belief. They formed underground networks, whispering words of courage and sharing what little sustenance they could scavenge. They knew their time was short. The final battle, Armageddon, loomed on the horizon. But they would not surrender. They would fight for their God, for their freedom, for the very soul of humanity. Their faith was a beacon in the encroaching darkness, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. They were David facing Goliath, a ragtag army facing a seemingly invincible foe. Section 9, the dawn of Millennium. The final battle raged. Heaven and hell clashed in a cataclysmic confrontation that shook the very foundations of the universe. The earth trembled, mountains crumbled, and the skies themselves seemed to tear apart. And then silence, the dust settled, revealing a world reborn. The beast was vanquished, his armies of darkness cast down. The faithful, their faces shining with the glory of their Lord, emerged from their hiding places. The millennium had begun. 1,000 years of peace ruled by Jesus Christ himself. The faithful, reunited with their loved ones who had vanished in the rapture, would inherit the new earth. The old world, scarred and broken, was gone, replaced by a paradise of unimaginable beauty. The forces of evil had been defeated, their reign of terror finally over. The long night was over. The dawn of a new era had arrived.